Yorkshire puddings, the staple of most roast dinners. Why are so many people getting them wrong? Let me show you how I do mine, straight after this. Hi everyone, how are we doing? Steve here. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I make the perfect Yorkshire puddings. Before we get started, can I just say, if you're not subscribed, please do consider clicking the subscribe button and also clicking the little bell icon next to it, and you'll be notified every time I release a new video. So if you're into your food and cooking and other things in and around the kitchen, this is going to be for you. Click that button and you won't miss out. As well as the YouTube videos, we do have a Facebook group which is growing by the day. There's a lot of people posting things in there, their own recipes, the pictures of the food that they're cooking, and it's turning out to be a great little place to hang out and talk about everything foodie, culinary and whatever else pops up. It's a lot of fun. Go and check it out. All the links are below the video in the description to all the socials, so if you can't find them, just click the link there and you'll be taken straight to it. Now let's get straight into the guts of this video, how to make a Yorkshire pudding. Let's start with the ingredients. So guys, you want 200 grams of sifted plain flour, 200 millilitres of semi-skimmed or plain milk, 4 fresh eggs, a pinch of salt and an oil of your choice. I'm using vegetable oil, but you can use sunflower oil or any oil that has a high smoke temperature. So now you know what you need, let's get stuck in. So before we do any mixing or anything like that, we're going to get our oven preheated to 200 degrees. Ignore all these videos and recipes where people are saying whack it up to 220 and then drop it down to 180 and then put it up to 190 just before you take it out. Forget that, you don't need it. 200 degrees, get it preheated, get it to 200, get your baking tray. I'm going to be using the smaller cased baking tray for this, but you can use the larger one and it's exactly the same recipe, it's exactly the same temperatures, but I'm going to be doing the smaller one for today's example. So, first thing we do, get yourself some oil. Sunflower oil works great. I'm using vegetable oil today. Anything that can get a high smoke point is what you want. And we're gonna, in each dish, I'm not gonna do them all for this example, but you want about, say, 10 millimeters of oil in the bottom. Not too much, but not too little. I'm gonna do 6 today. I'm gonna separate them on the tray. You can just put them all together, but you know, if they start to rise really, really well, they tend to sort of crush each other, which is great. Some people like, you know, battered up Yorkshire puddings and they do look great, but I'm going to split them up today. Oil in our tray, we're going to whack that in the oven for about 10-15 minutes. So whilst the oil is heating up, what I'm going to do is get the batter going. So in this medium to large size bowl, I have sifted 200 grams of plain flour. Into the 200 grams of plain flour, I'm going to add 200 millilitres of milk. You can use semi-skimmed milk, plain milk. Plain milk works a little bit better, you get like a more creamier Yorkshire pudding. I'm using semi-skimmed. We're going to pour all that in and we're going to mix until smooth. Get that to a smooth consistency and we're going to add a pinch of salt. And then we're going to add 4 eggs. We'll whisk all that together. So once we've got that nice and smooth, yeah, no lumps or as few lumps as possible, we'll clean up, we'll get rid of this. We're going to transfer to a jug that we're able to pour into the tray. So we'll get that in there. The reason for this is you want to try and be as neat as possible when you're pouring into the tray and not get drips on the side. If you get a few, don't worry about it, but if there's batter all over the tray and as your Yorkshire pudding is rising, if it joins up with some batter that's cooking faster because it's a smaller amount on the edge of the tray, it'll pull the top of your Yorkshire pudding down and they won't rise as much. Okay, time to get the hot tray out of the oven. Be very careful when you do this. Once the tray's out, we're going to start pouring in. You want to go just over halfway on each tray that you're going to fill. If you go more than that, it just gets a bit crazy and they'll be all over the tray. The batter will start cooking straight away in the hot oil, and that creates the shape that we all know and love. I've got some left there for today's dinner. So we will whack this back in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Keep an eye on it till they're basically golden. Okay, so the Yorkies have been in the oven now for about 15-20 minutes. That door has not opened. That's very important. Do not open the door when you are cooking Yorkshire puddings. If you open the door, they'll just drop again. So I'm going to crack them out of the oven now and let's have a look at what we got. Look at these absolute beauties. Beautiful, beautiful. So what we'll do, we'll pop them out of the tray to cool. Oh, so crispy. Hear that? Beautiful. My mouth's watering. And here they are, guys. Some beautiful, beautiful Yorkshire puddings. Let's have a look. I mean, crispy on the outside, nice and soft on the inside. They're perfect, and it's only one thing worth doing with Yorkshire puddings, and that's getting some nice hot gravy on them. So good. So this video is a short video. It's going to be in line with a few other short videos that I'm going to do for basically putting together a decent Sunday roast or any day of the week roast. Yorkshire puddings are done. I'll show you how I do my crispy roast potatoes, my roasted broccoli, and anything else that you guys want to see. I'll do a little short video on it. What you can do then on a Sunday is bring them all together, and before you know it, you've got a feast on your hands for you and your family. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to tuck into these before I get my actual Sunday dinner on, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.